It's proving to be very annoying right now as the cold snap flies in. Alacrity is just trying to rush for the water rune and does pick it up. Should barely be able to get away. Is forced to chains, and Mac, he's not backing off. He's going right for this. Alacrity still in trouble, now trapped in the tree line as CML's going to rotate. They'll end up finding it, so...
But Nico's damage is true to roof. Level 6 now going for 2-3-1 build, skipping the ult. And his right clicks just do a ton of damage.
Oh, Joker with the arrow just lands on Natsumi and he secures the kill. Natsumi, he was too Agimore. In the meantime, CML does end up dropping thanks to Mizu's Primal Splitten.
And just building up. They are going for the TP play. They see Mizu alone here.
Yeah, Tornado EMP is going to land Mizu. No, he's got no mana left. No mana whatsoever. Mac has been so effective thus far on this Invoker. Already involved in 5 kills. In the meantime, down a bot lane, they do at least find that POS 3 Order Titan. So Nico is going to drop here for NGX. It'll be a bit of a direct trade between these two teams. So now Boomy got spotted by Polison, but he's going to be able to back off to safety. And NGX slowly starting to fight back.
And they find the stacks. So Jokam gets to interrupt a couple, but here comes Mac.
Yeah, and Natsumi. That'll be Jokam getting cleaned up. In fact, Arrow does at least land onto the silencer. So Jokam gets a bit of a letter on his way out, but Polison in lane. What have they got there? Oh, Nico barely gonna avoid the arrow flying in. As looks like we are losing a silencer in the meantime, but mid lane CML, he snowballed in. This could be a real problem now. CML, not gonna be fine. Alacrity does eventually pick him up with the sleight of fist and even gets the chains off now onto Nico, and that'll be another great pickoff if they can get it, but Nico is not gonna make it out. Alacrity playing on the edge with that sleight of fist does secure another. And these kills are just so important. And in fact, they found the Fiend's Grip. Polison sneaking in with the Moonlight Shadow does get another. Remember, being caught out here. Global Silence going to be committed with the Walrus Punch out. They will get Alacrity. I'll look for Boomy, but it's going to be okay. In fact, in the backside, Dokkan gets spotted out on that Mirana, and CML is going to go forward now. Trying to pick up that Mirana kill, but the Moonlight Shadow is there in the Nightmare. Going to buy more time. He's not down yet. Fiend's Grip out. They've got Natsumi, but no, it's cancelled. Natsumi, though, is still in big trouble. He'll try and fight this one by himself. Sleight of Fist out. He has a waveform soon, but no mana to throw it out, so he is probably just dead here. Snowball is going to buy a bit more time, but he does get taken down by Polison on the Bane. As CML is still in a bit of an awkward spot here on this task. It does get taken out, and eventually Polaris, they are slowly just falling apart. As NGX are beginning to take over this game number 1.
We just keep building up in the win conditions. Nico is still trying to go though, but doesn't mean we have the backup here. In your dream, Mortis is still up for a bit longer.
Yeah, they're going to try. Mac is going in your dream. Oh, he's going to drop. They should be able to at least find these two. Though I say that Alacrity's completely out of mana and can't really play right now. In fact, Nico, he's just cleaning up. Big problems now for NGX as it just turns right back the way of Polaris. Boomy still trying on a Mizu. Jokam now comes in with the Starfall, but doesn't have the damage output. Sunstrike's there. Jokam, he'll jump right through. There was an attempt at Alacrity's life, but he's going to remnant back towards his team, and now the teams are split, so Polaris, bit of an awkward scenario, and that's a very awkward pause as well. Looks like a very bad team fight, though, for the Dire. I mean, you're at least losing CML, it looks like, and Nico, he's going to try and fight. In fact, the TPs are coming in with the Global Silence. They actually found Alacrity. They just completely bursted him down. There goes CML on the Tusk. Mizu, he has plopped the split. Who are we aiming, though? It looks like GXR now are the ones in trouble, but they found Mac with the Fiend's Grip. That'll be your Invoker gone, as Nico now also gets caught out. He's got that BKB up with the Axe, but it may not matter against the Terrorblade. And eventually with the Spirit Vessel and Cinder Brew, he will pop. Of course, on the other side, Boomy trying to run. Natsumi also getting caught out. And it's about to be a full team wipe as Boomy, he might make it. They might just dive him, and they will. Reflection's there. In fact, now Mizu's having problems. He's reflected right now, and there's not really much of a way out for him. Unless the uphill hits miss, but
You're not going to see the last word muting anytime soon, but the potential will be there for Boomy. With the Yags, at least, if the game goes long enough, you will see that last word mute riding along there.
Getting caught out, chains are there, they've got the Invoker.
With the invulnerability from Paulson. So if you don't catch the Bane out, if he is close enough to your target, he could still go for the Nightmare play and kind of cover whoever does get caught out. It's a difficult game for Natsumi to leverage that play.
Might get blown up, and oh no, Snowball. He had the Lotus Orb up, so he's going to be able to survive a little bit longer. Primal Split, no, the Nightmare. Oh, the Nightmare, no, Paulson. Oh, I guess, what are you going to do? He had to try. Nico now, the rush forward without the Brewmaster, but they're going into the triangle. Find a couple pickoffs first, and then go from there. So they are going to find Boomy on that Silencer. He should just be gone here. No running away from that Terrorblade. In fact, in the backside, Natsumi also was caught out, but the Global Silence makes it out in time to cancel the Fiend's Grip. So can he get himself back to the base? They are still scouting him out. Moonlight Shadow's there. They are really committing all the way for this. Is the arrow not going to land? Mizu, he's going to prop the Primal Split. They've got Mac and a Nightmare. They might be able to commit now. But no, not quite. The Stomp does hold them back from Nico. In the end, it's still very messy, but they found CML. He does have buyback, but another Nightmare now onto Mac. Joe Cam, though, doesn't have the arrow to set up, but it won't matter too much as Mac, he gets 4-star forward. He's in trouble now. Into the arms of In Your Dream, but they jump in. Deafening Blast, it's not going to matter. They get another. Mac, no buyback this time around to try and help out his team defend. NGX, are they going to commit for high ground? It seems like they are still very hesitant. He's back now, Alacrity. He's going to land a nice arrow there with Joe Cam, but they are not making the jump in. They are still very cautious here. You do see Joe Cam just getting blown up. And yeah, they're backing. NGX, they do not want a part of this high ground. To use that DD rune. In fact, they'll have time right now to use it for this team fight. Pulse is going to break the smoke though. Do they want to commit here? NGX, they're backing off for now, but CML, he's gone way too deep. Paulson, he's still alive, but not for long. The Earth Splitter is going to be there to take him down to CML. He'll go down second. Nico, he's been caught out. You can't fight into a TB with DD. It's just way too much damage. 3 down already. They are committing buybacks, but they're not going to matter as Natsumi is the 4th to go down. Boomy's been chased as well. None of them have buybacks available right now. So at least Boomy does, but an ultra kill is there for Alacrity. The last piece of the puzzle is going to be that Nico dieback.
Your Dream isn't that great, but he's got the Daedalus, he's got great stats. He doesn't need to worry about that as they'll just rip through the first set of objectives.
Nico. Fiend's Grip out, they've got him. That'll be another death here for the older Titan, and Boomy. He did buy back to try and help defend, but that'll be another dieback here for Polaris. They've only got CML and Mac now.
Do smoke up. This is a risky push, but if they catch NGX without their TB, this might be manageable.
Here we go, Sleight of Fist, gonna give all the vision in the world. NGX, they don't seem to want a part of this quite yet. But BKBs are expended, and now you might want to just turn around as the Fiend's Grip. They've got Natsumi. You can't forget about that guy. Global Silence is there, though. Boomy going to cancel it off immediately, but Mizu, he's still going. Primal Split available. They'll pop it. CML, he's going to drop, but now they can just go for more. Onto Boomy they go. That'll be a Silencer gone, and now Natsumi just takes an arrow right to the backside. And there's not really much of a way out for him. Another death the way of Natsumi as they will just go for the T-Force now, but the GG's been called. NGX, yeah, it was a bit of a messy game 1, but they managed to pull it off in the end at 38 minutes in. Polaris, they were off to a great start, but feels very powerful right now as he does go for the Ensnare out onto the Snapfire. Paulson could be in danger now as Nico's going to make the rotation over. You've got that vacuum up and now you've got the Iron Shell onto Boomy. And yeah, I think Paulson, he's just dead. There you go, first blood coming out. Boomy able to pick it up on the Naga Siren. In Your Dream though is going to try and fight back, but he's going to be cautious himself.
He's just not being contested by Nico at all. Like, there needs to be backup for the Dark Suit. There needs to be some movement out. They will catch Chokin out though.
Yeah. Natsumi. Go down. I mean, you got Jokam again. He is so max happy, but Natsumi showing on division for a moment. Scans are there, but it may be too late. Natsumi has been spotted, or has he? He'll go for a TP. No, he does not make it out. They've got plenty of damage control here. Unfortunately, Boomy showed up to try and help. You are probably going to get caught out and die. Mizu, snared up. Tombstone has been dropped, and they'll just song to focus down the Tombstone. Make sure there's no games, but now the Mortimer's Kisses fly in from a mile away. They at least found Jokam though, but Mizu, he might try to force the fight anyway. Cooking forward onto the Oracle CML in big trouble, and he is going to drop. Coil though, will at least lock down too. They try to vacuum out Alacrity off that coil, but it's not going to be enough. He's fine. And Paulison, he'll just keep fighting. They just do not respect the vac wall whatsoever. As Nico is still trying to help out Natsumi, getting another kill. Mizu though, he's not dying quite yet, but eventually will go down. They do get some nice kills from the source here, Polaris. Mac though, still being chased as Alacrity wants a little bit more, but now he's in trouble. The tree toss is out, and they've got the ensnare, and that's a massive amount of gold now going the way of Nico, as they might even find Paulison. So eventually Polaris able to get aggressive, but In Your Dream's going to show up. Just him and Jokam alone. He wants to go for a fight very confidently, and surprisingly Polaris will not try to force the fight.
Is a bit wasteful down bot though, Jokam.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's going to be okay for now as he gets the finger out. Boomy's the one to drop. Natsumi, he does at least get the trade, and Alacrity will not have the chains. So no way to lock down the Tiny. Doesn't seem like they have quite enough time to go high ground yet. Mizu, always been caught out on that Undying, and now you definitely can't go high ground. I say that, and your Dream is still rushing forward as if he's going to go fight, and he will. CML? You know that they are. Natsumi, he's going to show up. They've got to try and defend this. That tier 3 tower just taking so much damage already, as now the cookie does land. Mortimer's Kisses, he needs help right now. Natsumi still being chased down by these kisses. The song, it's there, and Natsumi will barely survive. But Alacrity, he's going to try and chase with the Sleight of Fist. He's not far enough to get within range, but it won't matter. They are still cleaning up. Boomy's going to drop. They're back onto the tier 3 tower. And of course, at this game, or rather this time of the game, you don't expect many buybacks to be available. So NGX know they can go for the full lane of barracks. There's really not much that Polaris can do to try and defend. Back is nice. They still have Reincarnate. They've still got time to go back for that final lane of barracks, and now In Your Dream, he's back in onto CML and finishes off the job as well. Buyback will be forced out immediately, but they're onto Natsumi now. They've got the control out. The Tiny going to be surged away, but can he get away? He's been stunned up, but the false promise is going to save. I assume, as he barely gets out. My goodness. Just slither away from dying there on that Tiny. So try to go for a bit more.
Dire are scanning.
Boomy. Be alright for now. They'll get the ensnare off onto the Snapfire. They're trying to focus down Mizu, but the Cookie gonna save his line. He'll get down to the low ground, get the Tombstone out, backwater, try and help out Natsumi, but he's still in massive danger. Trying to kill off In Your Dream, but he can't do it. And he has no buyback to make matters worse. They just wipe them out so quick. It probably won't be enough time to farm that up as this Rax is going down. Meanwhile, Song was committed in the back there from Boomy. It's not really a great setup for anything. I think he's just trying to survive. But in comes the cavalry. They're on Mizu. He'll get Avalanche Toss, but he's just fine. He'll tank through it. Alacrity, he's onto the back lines, and now In Your Dream comes in. Do they have detection? Apparently not. So Natsumi, he's going to survive. And in fact, Mizu's the one to drop. And NGX, they've got to back out.
They respect the buyback. They just go for a quick reset. No Undying means no Tombstone, no Soul Rip heal, no damage happening to Flesh Golem. The side of Polaris managed to get the scan off, but I don't think they can really play up here. Boomy will scout out though.
He's going to find the Lion. However, Natsumi, who is he focusing? He's going to try onto the Rage King, throws him back towards the way of Jokam. There's one down. Find more. They are controlling up this Wraith King quite nicely. Your Dream, does he want to keep going? I mean, Roshan's up. They can't really afford to lose this team fight. In your dream, still going to move around, but they have the silver edge and the normal punch. And now you've got to commit to the team fight, but the Mortimer's Kisses, they'll come flying in. They found the puck already. Mac's going to drop. They'll leave Natsumi be with that false promise, instead going back in after Boomy. They'll be 2 down without buyback. The voice line's coming out now. They understand there is really no way to not get Megas. Be one final team fight here for Polaris now. You love the creativity from this draft, but it definitely hasn't looked so strong this game as they'll drop the Tombstone. They're going all the way for those T4 towers. Natsumi, who'll make the jump in onto Mizu. They almost have him, but Soul Rip is going to be there in time for him to be able to survive. And now in your dream, can get to work. Song is out. Boomy going to hold a couple down as they get the Tombstone out. Can they keep this fight up though? They'll try. Mizu still alive throughout all of this damage. As now, in your dream, he's been controlled up. He'll just spin around in circles. No problem here for the Wraith King. As the GG's been called. Polaris, they tried. They threw all their spells out. Unfortunately, it just amounts to nothing. And that'll be a 2-0 victory here for NGX.